Okay, I'm starting to record our session.
Yes, okay, of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
I little bit changes my PowerPoint, but basically same. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. And your university name is okay?
Yes, it was okay. Yeah. Metropolitan State University, Denver. That was okay. Yes.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay,
Okay.
video. Okay, video here. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, good. So today, the Japan is the Sunday
Yes.
morning,
Yeah.
and the very cold now. Cold.
Oh, yeah.
How about the Colorado?
Here, actually, I am in California, but the students are in Colorado. Here in California, is this evening is very cold.
Okay.
Yeah, my
And
family.
the surroundings is dark in the night, in the afternoon, 7 or 8 o'clock in the noon, in the afternoon.
Yes, it's going to be dark in about 1 hour.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. And the my presentation is about the 1 hour. And
Okay.
some discussion time is needed, discussion time. Then
Okay.
I'll stop the 10 minutes before or the end, or the total 1 hour. Can I use the my presentation?
Yes, I think 1 hour would be okay. As it's Saturday evening here, I'm not sure if any student will join online. The main purpose is recording this and post it into the Canvas.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So the presentation for 1 hour, it's okay.
Okay, good. No problem. Yes, this is okay. Speakers. Yes, okay. Okay, then it's okay.
Okay. And whenever you're ready, you can share your PowerPoint, and I'm ready to hear that.
Okay, I understand. How about the Islam-san?
He's doing,
home?
yeah, he's doing great. Actually, Islam with my children was about to go to the football with some friends, but it was so cold, so they came back and they were downstairs.
I understand.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes. And the your student is the in their home or some classroom?
You mean at the moment?
The audience, student. Your
Yes.
student is now at home and hearing the lecture online, or
No.
the some the room.
They are actually, I'm recording this and then I will post it to the Canvas. So they will see it later, but somebody may be interested and want to, for example,
I
can
understand.
come.
Okay,
Yes.
no problem. No
Okay.
problem. Okay, I understand. So the can I start the now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and the how to the okay.
I also sent them your CV, so I believe that for now they're ready actually for receiving the recording of this 1 hour presentation, and yeah, I'm ready whenever you want to start.
And now this the saying the you make the share is not effective.
Okay, let me see. Just a moment. One protein can share the time, multiple protein. How about now?
Okay, but is this okay? Oh, yes, okay. No
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Okay, and how to do? Can
If you have your PowerPoint open somewhere, you can share your screen
Yes.
and then go to that PowerPoint.
Okay, now is the share of the okay, this one, but this is not good. But I would like to open the desktop. How to this one? No, no. How to do this?
Maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Now it's okay.
And this one, okay. Can you catch my figure and the voice?
Yes. Everything is good.
Okay, good. Then I would like to start my lectures.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Takada.
Okay. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shiro Takada. I'm now in Kobe, Japan, where today is Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. It's my great pleasure and honor to have like this cooperative meeting. First of all, I would like to say great thanks to Dr. Roger Sara to arrange a present online meeting.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And today the topics is natural hazard and community-based early warning technology for risk mitigation. And here listed the some my history of the research activity. I graduated Kyoto University in Japan, and then the 2 years I was working at assistant professor of Kyoto University, and then I moved to Kobe University. And for a long time, I was working at Kobe University and retired due to my age, and now is the emeritus professor of Kobe University. During that time, I visited the US New York Columbia University as the visiting researcher, and then I have the some position adjunct professor, University of Tehran, Iran. At that time, I met the Dr. Hojat Sarasan and the husband, and I had the some of the close contact with your Hoja's family, and then due to the age of retired at 70 years, I come back to Japan, and now I position of the visiting professor of USTB and BJUT. USTB is the University of Science Technology Beijing, and Beijing University of Technology in China. And also, I am now working as the head of the non-profitable organization in Japan. And the today's topics is the 5. One is plate tectonics and natural hazards. Second is causality and natural disasters. Third, early warning technology. Fourth, community-based risk management. And fifth, finally, conclusions. First is the topics of the natural hazard. And then natural hazard now is the some the plate tectonic. That one is the firstly had the research by Webner around the 1920s, and he some the proposed new the some the theory of continental drift theory. And then that the name is plate tectonics theory. That one is the established around the 1950. And that one could explain many from the many aspects of the global movement in the earth where we are living. And firstly, I talked about the little bit of the plate tectonics. This shows the earth is made of 3 main layers. Upper layer is the crust, and the second one is a mantle. Crust is here, and the mantle here, and the core, inner core, and outer core. And the crust, that area we are now living. And that crust is the continental crust and ocean crust. And the continental crust is 10 to 70 kilometers, very thick depths. And then the buoyancy is the large. Lift up the force is we call buoyancy, and the oceanic crust is the little thin and dense, and the weight heavy, the crust. And this figure basically explain the plate movement. And this one, inner core and the outer core. Then above one is a mantle, is the convention movement like this, and this one. And then the mantle going up to the crust areas, we call that the ridge. And then this we say plate, and that the plate is lithosphere, and the going down, this one is trench, and the plate and ridge, and the convention like this. That's why the this convention occurred. The reason why is the very hot temperature in the outer core, and more than 5,000 is the more the hot, and but the crust, our crust is the very cold compared with the core and the mantle. Then the cool, hot one and the cold one is the liquid moving like this. And the plate that boundary is divergent, separate, and convergent is the impact. This is a convergent movement. This is a transform, horizontal movement, different direction. That's the three types of plate boundary. And the divergent boundary, this one separated. In the spreading, the separating, and this one is the convergent. Okay, then the divergent boundary is corresponding to the spreading one. And the continent collision. Collision is a butting. And then this the continent, and this continent is a butting. And energy is accumulated here. This is the mantle, lithosphere, and the this one ancient ocean crust. And then due to the crush batting, then there is the mountain occurred. And then continent oceanic crust collision is this is a batting collision, and then energy is accumulated, and this energy going up, and then this is the volcano, is the energy below the volcano. Lot of energy is accumulated like this. And then this is the earth plate. So all over the surface of the globe, Earth is covered of more than 10 numbers of plate. And this is the Pacific plate. And this one is the Philippine plate, and the Japanese Sea plate, and the Indian, Australian plate, and the Antarctic plate, and Nazca plate, and in US is the North American plate, South American plate. And then in those plate is going to here, is going to the from here to the from the US side to the Japanese side. Japan Island is here. So US is also, this is the Pacific rise. This is a rich area. This one is the rich axis, like this divergent boundary. And the this one subduction subduction is the like those the symbol, and the subduction area. So in the subduction area, big earthquake occur, and then but the rich axis here, I'm sorry, here and here, not so large earthquake occur, and then earthquake is the volcano, and the earthquake are not randomly distributed over the globe. So many times earthquake occurred all over the world, but the earthquake occurred, the position is not randomly distributed, and that's the boundary of plate, ditch, and subduction area. So at the boundary between plate, friction causes them to stick together. When built up energy causes the break, earthquake, and then tsunami, like that. And this is the hazard during the indeed 40 years in the world, from 1980 to 1999 is 40 years, and the that the 2000 2019 20 years. So in those the 40 years, number of hazards. Hazard, I will explain later, various kind of hazard. And the number of this is a million, 1.19, previous 20 years. Indeed, the 20 years is more than 1 million. And the number of victims, that the death killed person gathered with injured person, that the order is a billion. And the loss of economics, trillion US dollar is 1.67. And indeed 20 years, mostly 3.0 trillion US dollars, a lot of energy loss. And that is the occurrence number by type of hazard: drought, earthquake, abnormal weather, flood, landslide, storm, volcano, forest fire. And the that one is the indeed years much more than the previous 20 years. And but the during the 40 years is the flooding is very large numbers due to the weather changing in these years, and landslide, storm, and the flood becomes large number. Those data is a recent UNDP, United Nations Development Programming data. Okay, and now I little bit example of the hazard. This is a fire, Great Alaska Earthquake, 1964, magnitude earthquake 8.4. And this is a hazard. One of the hazard is a liquefaction. Japan is this one is apartment. Okay, and this magnitude is 7.4. From this point, the liquefaction was gave the damages to the every structure, the infrastructures and the individual houses and the apartment. And at that time, I visited as the graduate student. This is the first time I visited the Niigata area with my professor. At that time, I was the graduate student here. And this flooding due to the recent weather, the changing due to some human activity, a lot of flooding occurred in the world. And also, this is a landslide. This landslide is attack to the highway road, and but this one really this landslide attack the residential area. Many persons are killed due to landslide. And this is the US bridge collapse. I also visited the two-layered bridge, this one. That about the 20 to 25 years ago. And this one is more older, the damage is Niigata earthquake. This is a bridge collapse here. And I showed the figure in some world conference, and some researchers said Japanese person is very polite, and also Japanese bridge also very polite, and they fell down both like this. And this is I also visited the 1985 Mexico earthquake, and the 14-story building collapse. That due to some problem of the building material. And then, generally speaking, we say hazard, we say that the hazard, natural hazard, but natural hazard is the weather or some ground global changing, but the social change is also we say the hazard. That one is the social changes is various economic hazard, or some the fashion, some the clothes, or that they also changing. And then if some the hazard occurs, then that some accident, we say that the peril. But some big earthquake occurred in the suburb, that no peril. But the natural hazard occurred in the urban area. A lot of the accident occur. And then this period accident caused the loss. That loss is a casualty, human life casualty, and physical damage, and also responsibility that responsibility is important, that many the loss of the reliability. So from accident to loss, we call the that the risk. And risk management is very, very important. That the risk is management and structural damage and secondary effect. Okay. And then risk management is a risk control, hard and soft measure, and also risk finance is the insurance governmental fund that the money by money economical arrangement that the we call risk finance. So, but this is the construct new building or strengthening the structure that the risk management. So this risk is very important, and the risk control that the important in the human society, prevention of measures, facility strengthening, that the prevention, and emergency action is so important. Emergency measure, strengthening of social network system. So now is the SNS is the strong tool to prevent and mitigate the some the damages, and the backup system, data collection and warning system. And the once the big damage occurred, restoration, reconstruction, and backup. So that for measures, manual important and wide areas support a system that the society has to think about the restoration of measures, and the policy is the important, and casualty. This one is the very important issue we have to think about, and this is the day of number and the death, killed person. So hazard occurred, earthquake occurred in United States, but the South US, South America also the big earthquake, and the also the other areas is the earthquake occurred due to the some plate tectonic. But the difference is the number of killed person, death is the large in the this the East Asia and Middle Asia, and also the Mediterranean Sea areas, and also Japan. So those the killed person number is not proportional to the number of hazard. So that number of killed person controlled by the state of economics in each country and in each area. So the rich countries can avoid the killed and injured, and the but the in the poor developing country had the damages. So the human casualty due to physical effect and the social effect, and the this one is a physical effect of the structures, houses. Okay, and the landslide blasting, but the social effect is the lack of information. SNS not spreading so much, insufficient disaster education, that the disaster education important factor, and also handicapped person, and the help needed person, and the inappropriate evacuation children, aged, high-aged person, and death, injured, trauma, psychological problem also occurred, and trapped and broken houses, and also the in hospital patient, and the hospital and the medical cases. This the human life, the supporting, helping system, Red Cross also is the important. And we have to think about the guard of human casualty. And this one is the very important. Structures can be reconstructed. Okay. Once if the structure, how it is damaged, that damage can be reconstructed and restoration be constructed. However, human life, lost human life, casualty never cannot be reconstructed. Human life never be constructed. Then we have to think about the first priority, to think about the human casualty. And then here, Japan had some long history how to avoid and prevent, mitigate the damage, human casualty, physical casualty, society loss, like that. And then we roughly early warning system, heavy rain, flooding, landslide, earthquake, ground motion, fault, liquefaction, tsunami, volcano, like that. And this is the now in Japan, there is the forecast operation, that the how to prevent the damage. National Forecast Center, this is the top central government, and regional forecast center, 11, there is the 11 like those areas, and local meteorological observation, 56. This is Hokkaido, Tohoku, and Hokuriku, and the Kanto, Koshin-etsu, and the Kinki, and Chugoku, and the Hokkaido, North Kyushu, South Kyushu, and Okinawa. That the some the area of responsibility. Red, blue is the regional forecast center have the some responsibility. So this is the basis of Japan the system, how to prevent the system. And then, for example, there is some warning, emergency warning is divided into the level. And for example, heavy rain is the heavy raining is the rain started, and within 2 hours and 3 hours going up. This one is the warning. due to the central and local government, the center, and then heavy rain continue. Then this one is the emergency warning is announced to all over the Japanese person and the some family. And the volcanic activity also so. This is the blasting and like this. And so due to the some level of the volcanic, there is the 5D level of the volcanic activities. And then the some level is changing. And tsunami is the warning is 3 meters and over 3 meters is the tsunami like this. And then these the JMA central government and then going to national the government is the central government and the Japan Meteorological Agency going to the central government and then local government and then the some houses and then TV. These are going to TV, radio, and emergency evacuation for the handicapped person, high-aged person, and the some the school or the other some the high-aged the care centers like this, and also going to the some other area in rural country have the loudspeakers like this, and then the going to the some the individual rural area and public relation vehicle running around the some town and the village. And emergency warning are disseminated through the administrative organization and a wide variety of media, TV, radio, and the internet, and loudspeaker, and then the evacuation is prepared to start. And then earthquake and tsunami. Earthquake, we have some the early warning technology system, and the earthquake occurred inland or the some the ocean type, okay, ridge type, or the some inside subduction type that are ocean, and the very the plate crust areas earthquake is the inland earthquake, and that the there is two type the earthquake, S wave and the P wave, and the P wave come first and catch the P wave, and this S wave gave the various severe damage. P wave not so large, the shaking. Then catch the P wave and then estimate the earthquake center origin. And then early warning, Japanese JMA give the some earthquake occur and catch the this P wave, and then before come S wave, the early warning system that within 10 minutes, second, that the second, okay, 10 minutes second, we gave the alarm, okay, by SNS or the various kind of the tool. And this S wave come or P wave due to initial of S wave after 20 seconds that the some the information is changed. This is the early warning system in Japan. And the tsunami monitoring. Tsunami is the this area is a tsunami occur, and there is the some the tsunami gauge here, and the some the floating the gauge is the due to the far from the some seashore put the tsunami gauge and also sea bottom. There is some the seismometer, and then that the information going to the train control train here and controlling the some factory line to mitigate the damage and to prevent the traffic action and some the elevator. So this the October 7, we had the very the large, a little middle large, middle the level of the earthquake. At that time, very high rise building elevator stopped all over the Tokyo area, and then that alarm is informed and automatically stop the elevator near the floor, okay? And then at home is some TV or like this. And the important is suspending work in progress to the hospital. So in hospital, there is the operation. During the operation, the early warning going to the hospital, especially not to the public the information before that, that the operation. And the 1 to 2 seconds that changing to the operation the machine or the operating changing the electric power changing and the some construction and also high age person and school. This is the alert school to assembly hold like this. So those the early warning system is the very, very important. So now in Japan, that the developing the each by year developing the also now is still developing, and the that the all over the world, that the one is Turkey and the United States has the high level in the early warning system. And the initial the early warning system started from Japan. And this is the heavy rain and the flooding and the emergency. That is the onset of rain, advisory, warning, emergency warning. This is the final state. So basically, get weather information. This is a very important first stage. And prepare for evacuation, refuge. Evacuation, the preparation is the very important. And warning, get information by local government that the local government say to those the damage. So central government gave the information, but that local government is very important to this is the order, not the suggestion. This is advisory, but this is the order. And emergency warning and community help is the very, very important. Okay. And then flood early warning due to the flood. Recently, flood is a very very frequently occurred. So flood and the thing is the important issues also in Japan, including the East Asia areas in the that the rain and the also European country has also the flood problem now in Italy, in the some the Milano like that had the some flooding the problem and landslide. This is the landslide I just saw, and the that the sedimented disaster alert. Sedimented is the not the mountain area, but the some the municipal areas, very the soft ground area, and the volcano. Volcano is the various kind of the volcano. The location is different. Earthquake location origin and the volcano is a little bit inside the Japan island. So Mount Fuji also the active, very beautiful, the Mount Fuji also the volcano areas. And the volcano information is the volcanic alert and the volcano advisory and the volcano the observation. And this is some the manual. And then going the preparation advisory and the alert. That is the local the government and the policeman and the fighting the person and the mass media had the some volcano information. And the volcano is like this. So this the 2 or 3 days ago, this is the Aso Mountain started to have volcanic the activities. Many astray covered the Aso area. So earthquake occurred along the seashore, but the volcano center is like this. So little bit the some the mount the front is the different. And typhoon. Typhoon one is the Japanese. Every the September, October, we have the due to the changing of the tide changing, tide flow changing. We have like these the typhoon, the trace, and very large and the that the some the speed of the wind is the crap. In these days, 2 or 3 years, we have the very severe wind in Japan, very strong wind. And then this is the important community-based and also international cooperative risk warning. This one is the community, is a micro area, and the help together is a very important. And also Japanese some history of the hazard and the international cooperative and the UN United Nations some cooperation is the very important to mitigate, to prevent disaster, that the risk warning. And the community-based hazard mapping is this is the sharing information on the map, including the school student and the working in town, and the what is the risky places in the area, and the discussion among the participants, and that one is the town watching for disaster reduction and the community-based hazard. Now in Japan, had the some the promote the some community based one, and the tsunami hazard, tsunami due to the 2011, the that the tsunami attacked magnitude 9, one killed 20,000 persons. That one, and the public awareness due to some the school children training, some the periodically some the education, hazard education, and the this one is training in the school, and also due to the some AI, the some the tool, and the some information hazard map, some education, hazard education, make the some hazard in the vicinity. So this is the mostly another 2 or 3 one. Risk mitigation is the very important. That's the hardware and software. So to strong the some infrastructures, railway, road, and the some other train, tip, or the harbors, tunneling, like that. That's the hardware. And lifeline, of course, water, radio, and the some information system, and also prepared the some software. Education system is the very important. And then analysis, ground motion, facility damage, performance retrofit, and the also in Japan, also in all over the world, economy increased. That one around the 100 years ago, and then many infrastructure had been constructed, but the all infrastructures also in Japan, more than 60% is the very old infrastructure. retrofitting is the very important now. And investment of the money is also important. And also the manual and mutual the helpness is the very important. So this is the United Nations, the some the present the some proposal is the action priority. What should we do to prevent the disaster damage? And the action priority 1 to 4. Okay, and one is the understanding for disaster risk. First of all, we have to think about what is the risk, okay, and the action priority or resilience to governance. And the governance, the important in the society or the central local government. Action priority 3, appropriate investment. Money should be used for the disaster prevention, and action priority strengthening on preparedness. This important. And then what should I do? Oh, what? Okay, this is the conclusion. I now today said the plate tectonic and human life is important. Emergency evacuation is important, and the community rescue support, wide area support important, and soft and hard measures to mitigate the calamity by natural hazard should be regarded. Okay, that's the all my presentation. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Professor Takada. I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot. That's a very important task, especially in Japan, to think about all these steps. And as I used to live there, I saw that how they do all this step by step and try to do their best despite of all these natural disaster that happens.
Okay, thank you very much. And do you have the some the questions about this? Just the mostly 1 hour. Okay, now, okay. Any questions? Okay.
Questions. If you have time, I have just one question. If it's okay with you.
Yes.
Yes. I think it was in the last slides you said about software awareness. I want to ask about that software one, that how people should be prepared according to that.
Depending on the some the persons and the organization and the society, and but they are basically in each houses, into each home, we have to talk about the among the family. What the if once the some earthquake, some volcano, or the other heavy rain occurred, how should we do? That the hazard is the early in the morning, midnight, or the some working time, or like that. And in each time, the family have to the some the connection. Phone, but the phone cannot be used. So before that, we have to, if once the some evacuation occurred, you going to this area, you going to that one, and have a contact with the some relative in the family. So basis in the home discussion with the family, children, and the husband, wife, like that. And that's why the I think the very important. And we have to get some manual from the government, and then discussion in the home. This is the first priority.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the preparedness.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you so much.
Okay, that's the I'm so happy with this the talking and meet you.
We really enjoyed
Okay,
it and
thank
it
you
was
very
great.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Have a
see you.
wonderful
Say
Sunday.
hello to the Shirami-san.
Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you very much.